Okay, guys, so this is my pro tip for anyone who want to travel in 2025. So let's get into today's video. Anyways, my name is Malik Sterling, and if this is your first time seeing me on this channel, kindly make sure to subscribe. So quickly, I just want to share this experience that I've had with you. I'm not an expert, but I'm sure an experienced person. So I had these people asking me that if you want to travel, what are some of the things that you need to put in place? Now, I've listed a few things that I feel like I might want to share with you, and these things might come in handy. So stick and stay. Let's get into today's video. So like I said, if you want to travel, these are the pro tips to put in place. First of all, you need to do your research. Research. Not just any research, but intensive research, right? When I first wanted to travel, I wasn't clear on where I want to go to, right? So let's say I wanted to travel out of my country, but then I didn't have a clue of where I want to go. I didn't have a sense of direction. Where do I want to go? Because I feel like people are traveling and I also want to travel. That is one of the mistakes that we do. Let's say you want to travel to Qatar. Now, this video is not for anyone who wants to travel for tourism purposes. If you want to travel for tourism purposes, please scroll up, just watch some other videos of mine that I've made. Anyways, you might want to do an intensive research on a particular country that you want to visit. Let's say I wanted to visit Qatar, right? And that was what I concluded on, which a lot of people have asked me, why did I choose Qatar? Till now, I still don't know why. It was just, maybe I was just desperate to travel, and then this is what came in handy. That is another story for another day. You want to come to Qatar, make sure to know their basic language, that is Arabic. You want to go to Russia, make sure you know their basic language, learn a few words. Now, making language research or trying to know the basic language that a country speaks. Look, these are the kind of things that you can find on the internet. Try to do your research. Imagine you wake up, you find yourself in another country and you know nothing about the country. You know nothing about their culture. You know nothing about their job market, job opportunities over there, their culture. You know nothing about it. Imagine how your life is going to be over there. I've traveled to Thailand, and when I went there, I mean, most people in Thailand also speak English, but the thing is, most of them their local language is their strength, right? So basically, they just speak their local language more. And me being a very fast language learner, I was able to pick up a few things, which really helped me. But imagine if you're not that kind of person, that it's not easy for you to associate, or it's not easy for you to pick up few words. Look, Arabic is one of the most difficult languages that you can come across, because look, we have a lot of nationalities, Arabic speaking nationalities over here. We have Jordan, we have Lebanon, we have Tunisia, Morocco, we have Qataris, we have Bahrainis, we have Saudis, and all these people, according to what I've heard so far, according to my research, all these people speak different Arabics. So what are you going to learn, right? Unlike French, okay, so you know that regardless, there's still going to be a particular French that everyone speaks, right? So why am I even centering this video on language? Because language is everything. So now, extensive research includes knowing their basic language, job market. Know that, okay, Qatar, if I want to move to Qatar, what am I going to do? You don't want to find yourself in another man's country where you don't even know your left and right. Yeah, even though you might meet people that you feel like, okay, this one is for my country, that one is for my country. But then again, everyone has their own perspective. Everyone has their own mission outside of your country. So know this, do extensive research. Now, the next thing to talk about is securing your finances. Now, this is one of the main mistakes that I made when I wanted to travel. Now, you make plans to travel, and okay, yeah, you want to leave the country, you want to travel outside, you want to go live in abroad or go do something else outside your country, and the least thing you think about is finances. This is one of the mistakes that most Africans do lately. You want to travel, but your finances are as weak as Nigerians' electricity. Anyways, so secure your finances. Whilst we're still talking about research, do your research about the country. Secure your finances. At least save up to 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months wouldn't be enough, but at least save up to for a year, so you know that, okay, you're traveling to go work, make some money, but again, you are very much secured financially. You're not going to get there and then, because I know most people who would travel and then when they get there, they get stranded. Like things that were listed in their contract or things that they were promised. Or look, okay, so it's like this. Let's say you're traveling to Qatar, you're traveling to come visit me, and I tell you that I'm going to host you.
right? So you don't even think about accommodation. You don't even make your own research to know about how much accommodation costs over here, cost of living. You make no research about it. You don't know even how much food costs here, how much can one survive on in a month. You don't make all this research, but then you put your hope on me just because I've told you that when you come here. But look, uncertainties do happen. You can get here and then things get messed up, and then whom are you going to blame? You blame yourself, right? So that is why I would advise you to also do your research extensively, and again, be secured financially. So when you get here, things doesn't get messy for you. Yeah. Okay, guys. So still on the tips, right? Now, the next things to talk about is to build network and connections very early, right? So you plan to travel and you don't make connections, you don't build connections, it's very whack. Now, let's say I want to travel to Qatar, but then I don't make friends online. Go to YouTube, go to the internet, try connect with people. There are expert communities on the internet. Try find one and suit it. Look, I know this guy in Qatar here that told me this. He told me that he's applied for a school in the US. So I was like, okay, bro, so when you go there, where are you going to live, or whom are you going to live with? Do you have relatives or families over there? He said no. He has about 5-6 people that he can go live with them for the time being. I was like, how did you do this? He's like, yeah, connection, networking. So he was like, if you want to travel, make sure you build early connections, early networking. That is one of the most important things. Make sure you have people outside, or you have people in this particular country that you want to go to. You want to travel to the US and you know no one over there. I know people who would be like, I wish I could travel to France, but I don't know anyone there. Bro, that is why we have internet. That is why we have social media. So what are you using your internet for? What are you using your phone for? Right? Do extensive research, first of all. Secure yourself financially. Third on the list, do connections. Early connections. So it's not like you want to travel in a month time and you're not building connections now. It's going to be very difficult to build trust as well, because know in mind, or have in mind, that you're traveling to someone else's country and you don't know anyone there, but then you've been able to make a friend that you've known for just a month. For us Africans, okay, sometimes there's something we call vibe, right? You can get there and our vibe seem like, okay, we just cool, but then, man, it's very cold. My nose is anyways. So yeah, build connection very early. Join online communities. Go to Facebook. Look for Africans living in Qatar. Go to Facebook. Look for Africans living. Go to Facebook. Look for Indians living in Pakistan. Indians living in the US. And I'm very sure you're going to find them. Join those communities and tell them much. But again, don't tell them much, because I'm just saying this from experience. Don't tell people much. Yeah. Okay. Now, last but not the least, be willing and ready to embrace change, right? So if you make plans to travel, once you've done your extensive research, you've backed up financially, now you've connected and made network, now you need to be willing and able to embrace the change. If you're traveling to a country like Qatar, you need to be ready and know that, okay, there are going to be Arabs here, there are going to be Indians here, because since you've already done your research, you know that, okay, these are the kind of people that live in this country. Okay, you're going to the US, you know that, okay, this is their culture, this is their rule. Are you willing to embrace it? Because you don't want a situation where you get to a country. I know people that travel to Cyprus, right? And they're like, man, Cyprus is very boring. I'm like, how is it boring? How did you even find yourself there? How did you get there? Didn't you make your research, right? So these are the kind of things that I'm talking about. You make your research, you know that, okay, this country is boring, countries like Qatar, no, countries like Saudi. I've met people from Saudi Arabia that they drive or they fly all the way from Saudi Arabia to come to Qatar just to come to a nightclub. And I ask them, bro, why? Now, these are locals, by the way. These are locals. So it's not like they traveled to Saudi and they didn't know about the place, or they didn't have much idea about Saudi, right? These are people they are natives of Saudi Arabia, right? So they know that, okay, there are no clubs in Saudi Arabia, but there are a lot of clubs almost in every corner in Qatar here. So they travel to Qatar to just have fun, to enjoy the club and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm even supposed to say this, but yeah, it's also part of the experience that I've had that I feel like I want to share with you. So last but not the least, okay, hold on. Let's change the location, right? Yeah, let's change the location. Okay, so this would be okay. Now, number 5, stay organized with your documents, right? Now, when I say stay organized with your document, I'm talking from experience. Now, staying organized with your document means that making sure that your passport is secured, you have a passport, because definitely if you want to travel, you need to make sure that you have a passport. Yes, do have a passport. Try to get yourself an insurance. If you're traveling into a country that requires one, try to get yourself one, because when you get there, you don't know what could happen. You could fall sick, you could get sick, you could get injured. All of these things also count. Make sure you get yourself an insurance. Now, all your important documents, make sure they are very much organized, and also try to get soft copies. Now I'm feeling very cold. I'm sorry. Try to get soft copies of all your documents. That is your passport, your school, your high school transcripts, your certificates, anything you feel like they are going to come in handy, anything that you feel like they're going to be very important to you, make sure you have soft copies of them as well, so that at least when you lose the original copies, you still have the soft copies. Because, you know, I'm going to use myself as an example all the time. Coming from Africa, if you travel out of Africa and you try to get a document from Africa to the country that you are currently in, it's pretty hectic, because I've tried to get a few documents from Ghana, and you know they cost a few much money. So I'm like, okay, if I had known all these documents that I left them back home, I could have had soft copies of them, or I could have just come along with them. But then I didn't know that, okay, this is what's going to happen. So this is why I'm putting this video here, so for your own convenience. And you don't need to pay me for all this information. The only thing you need to do is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Malik Sterling. I'm from Ghana, and if this is your first time seeing me, I say, yeah, thank you for watching my video. Subscribe, like this video, share to your friends, and yeah, let's get conversative. Leave your comments, your thoughts in the comment section. And I shot this video at Al Bidar Park. Al Bidar Park is pretty big, so I started from the far end and then I came here. So if you're in Qatar and you want to explore Al Bidar, go ahead. If you're outside Qatar and you visit Qatar, please try Al Bidar Park. It's almost like half of Qatar. Very big. I love you all, guys. See you. Bye-bye.